Hello everyone, welcome to the Science Stuff. Today we're going to be learning about Phylum Cnidaria, one of the phylums part of kingdom Animalia. So what is Phylum Cnidaria? Let's find out. The organisms in this phylum are known as cnidarians, and this phylum is also known as Phylum Cnidaria. Reproduction is both asexual and sexual. Cnidarians have tissue level of organization and they are invertebrates, hence they do not have a spinal cord. They are acoelomates or they have no coelom. So what is the coelom? So as we can see here, I've taken a cross section of a worm. So the coelom is the principal body cavity in most animals located between the intestinal canal and the body wall. It also helps to segregate the different body organs. So here we can see from the cross section of this worm that these two structures are the coeloms. These organisms are radially symmetrical. They are mostly marine, but a few can also be freshwater, like Hydra. They are also diploblastic, which means that they have a two-layered body wall. In this diagram, we can see that the outer layer is known as the ectoderm and the inner layer is known as the endoderm. And you can see this substance which is labeled as mesoglea. So what is the mesoglea? The mesoglea is a gelatinous or a jelly-like substance between the endoderm and the ectoderm of sponges or cnidarians. So here I've attached a picture of a box jellyfish as an example of a cnidarian. This is also called as cubozoa and it is an extremely dangerous and poisonous organism. Now let's look at the structure of cnidarians. So first let's look at the coelentron. So what is the coelentron? The coelentron or the gastrovascular cavity is the single central cavity which the body of the cnidarians enclose upon. It has a single opening, the mouth. Anus is absent. So here, this is the mouth. This mouth serves for both taking in food and throwing out feces. So it takes in the food and throws out the feces as well. The mouth often has thin flexible structures known as the tentacles. The tentacles here are these structures. The central cavity, coelentron, helps in digestion and circulation. So the coelentron also helps for the digesting the food particles and the circulation. Another fact about cnidarians is that their body wall consists of both the outer epidermis and the inner gastrodermis. In this diagram, we can see the gastrodermis and the epidermis. The epidermis has peculiar stinging cells known as cnidoblasts. They contain nematocysts which have toxins inside them. Cnidarians are carnivorous animals and they capture their food with the stinging cells on their tentacles. Digestion is partly intercellular or outside the cells inside the coelentron and partly intracellular or inside their cells. Here we can see the structure of a cnidoblast and the nematocyst inside it. Now let's look at a fun fact. So you might have heard of coral reefs, but did you know that they are built by cnidarians? Coral reefs are built by coral polyps, a form of cnidarians, as they secrete layers of calcium carbonate beneath their bodies. These form a steady marine ecosystem, as you can see in this image here. Now, let's look at some examples of cnidarians. First, let's look at Hydra. These are freshwater organisms and they are very small, only a few millimeters in length. So both Hydra and Obelia, as you can see in this picture, are examples of genuses part of the phylum Cnidaria. And inside these genuses, there will be many other species which will be very similar to these images I've attached here. Another example is Obelia. Obelia is commonly known as sea fir because it forms a whitish or light brown plant-like fur in the sea. Now let's look at Adamsia. Adamsia is a genus of organisms which are mutually symbiotic with hermit crabs, and they are commonly known as sea anemone. In this image, you can see the hermit crab and the Adamsia. Now let's look at Aurelia. These are the common organisms you would call as jellyfish. One prominent species of this genus is commonly called as a moon jelly because of its bell, which resembles the moon. Another organism is the Physalia. A Physalia is commonly known as a Portuguese man of war. This is because when this organism is above water, it resembles a battleship. Another organism is the Pennatula, which is commonly known as a sea pen. This is because people thought that it resembles a quill, which was often used to write in the olden times. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have learned something new about the phylum Cnidaria. Please like, share and subscribe and comment down below on the topic you would like me to do next. And you're watching The Science Stuff.